Today I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to write a cover letter, or how to write a good proposal that can get you clients on Upwork. Hello friends, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Are you here and you have always wanted to start an Upwork profile or start applying for jobs on Upwork but do not know where to start? Or you have been applying for jobs on Upwork and you have not been getting hired? Then this video is for you, because today I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to write a cover letter, or how to write a good proposal that can get you clients on Upwork. When you are applying on Upwork or starting your account on Upwork, it is important that you do not apply for many jobs, because when Upwork notices that you are applying for many jobs and you are not getting hired, they are going to suspend your account. And this is why when you watch on my previous video about Upwork, I usually stress on having a niche. You should always have a niche, because when you have a niche, you have already identified the clients that you want to work with before applying. And this will minimize you wasting a lot of connects when you're applying on any other job that is posted. Just because you are a virtual assistant does not mean you should apply to any job that is posted that wants a virtual assistant. And this video, I'm also going to answer the question, how many proposals do you need to apply for a job in a day? And for starters, or for the record, you need to understand, to apply for jobs on Upwork, you will need to buy the connects. And the connects are not cheap. For a good job that has a high hiring percentage and that is willing to pay you a good amount of money, either hourly or a fixed milestone, you are going to need at least 12 connects to apply for that job. Therefore, if you want to know how much connects that you will need per day to apply for a job, you need to ask yourself, how many jobs do you want to apply every day on Upwork? And then use that minimum 12 connects to calculate, because some good jobs can go up to 15 connects or 18. So the best thing to do is, when you get that niche, just search on Upwork about jobs. If it's virtual assistant or data entry, search and then look into those jobs. How many connects does applying to that job needs? So averagely, let's work with 15 connects per job. So if you want to apply for 5 jobs in a day, then take 15 times 5, which will get 75 connects in a day, and then multiply that with 5 days to get the total amount of connects. And then now go to connects and to Upwork and check that amount of connects, enter it, and see how much money you will need to apply for jobs on Upwork. So if that budget sounds expensive, then you need to reduce the number of jobs that you'll apply every day, and then be specific. If you have a niche, it's going to be easy for you to use your connects well and to apply for specific jobs. And that is what I'm going to discuss today, how to write a good proposal that can help you win jobs on Upwork. The first step is find good jobs on Upwork. And how do you know a job is good when you are searching for jobs on Upwork? It's simple. You click on that job. Once you click on that job, you go to activity for that job to see how many proposals have already been submitted. You'll get to see how many freelancers have been invited to apply for that job, and also to check if the client has viewed that job or they have already started interviewing freelancers. This part is very important, and many freelancers ignore this part and they go ahead and apply for that job. And you could apply for a job that already a client is interviewing a freelancer, or they have already hired, because you'll also be able to see if they have hired a freelancer in that job. It is important for you to always check this information before you apply for a job on Upwork. The second thing that you need to do is, once you have identified a job that you want to apply, is hook the client in the first two sentences, because the client only sees the first two sentences on their side whenever you send your proposal. So it is important to spend time and hook the client with your first two sentences. And I'm going to give you an example of how the first two sentences of your proposal should look like. When you are hooking the client, it's important to call them by their name. And where do you find their name? Is by going to the client's profile and checking the previous jobs that were done by other freelancers and see if there is anyone who has mentioned them by their name. If there is, then pick that name and start by hi, mention the name. If there is no name, then you can just start by saying just hi or hello. Then this is how your first statement, let's say for example you are applying for a social media management job. It's going to read, hi, as a social media manager, my style is unique because I understand how crucial it is to get engagement on social media platforms. I use the latest techniques to write engaging captions, which can help your social media engagement increase and bring in more sales conversions. Those first two lines, they have already told the client what you do and how you are going to help their business get more sales conversions. The third thing that you need to do in your proposal is show specific examples of your work. And how do you do this? You can link your portfolio here, or you can link social media accounts that you have managed before, which shows how much engagement they have gotten since you started working with them. And also you can show them how much sales have been converted, even though you may not have this data on your end as a social media. But if a social media post is getting high engagement, it means the sales are able to go high. You can also remember to add an exact percentage of growth. You can say, since you started managing this social media account, it has grown by a specific percentage, like it has grown by 15% or 20% or 30%. Remember to give exact figures, because this is what helps the client to have confidence that you are able to do the job that they have posted. The fourth thing is you need to add a portfolio. As a freelancer, it's important for you to have a portfolio. You can have a website that is hosted by, you can buy a domain, or you can host it in other platforms that can allow you to host them for free, like GitHub. You can push and publish one website page. So that link, you can use it in your portfolio to direct your client to look at your portfolio on what you have done. It is also important to make sure that your portfolio does not have any personal contact, which is email or phone number, because Upwork is going to flag your account once it notices that you're exchanging your personal contact and email before you are hired. And that's why I always insist, make sure that all the communications are done on Upwork until you are hired. Once you are hired, then you can be able to exchange your email address or contact with your client, because they could have different platforms for communication and task management tools that they need you to access, so that you can be able to see what you are working on. And this is after you have been hired. Before you are hired, you are not allowed to exchange any contact or any contact information. So when you are creating your portfolio or working on a CV that you need to upload on Upwork, remember to remove all your personal contact and just leave the CV as it is, or your portfolio as it is. The fifth thing that you need to add in your proposal is a call to action. And this can look something like asking the client or telling the client that you are free between this and this time, and you are available for a fast 10 minutes call. If they are not available on that time, then they can communicate the time that they are available, so you can have the first interview or the first call where you can be able to showcase more of your skills and gain more confidence and convince the client that you are able to work as the job description and to give results that they need. It is important to always follow these 5 steps, because it is very beneficial for you to maintain a 5-star review on your Upwork. And once a freelancer or once a client reviews you, gives you a bad review, it's going to affect your ability to get a next client. That is why I always say find a niche, and this niche should be something that you love doing and something that you are skilled in, and it will be easier for you to deliver even beyond what the client needs. But when you go ahead and apply for jobs that you cannot even do them and the client hires you, then you start having those misunderstanding. You're not reaching the standards that the client wants. You are not delivering your job. Then that client is going to be frustrated and they are going to give you a negative review, and that negative review is going to affect your growth on Upwork. So follow these 5 steps and make sure that you do as I have done or as I've explained in this video. Ensure that your proposal has these 5 elements or these 4 elements, because the first point was for you to identify a good client. Once you have identified a good client, make sure that your proposal has that hook line. You add links to showcase your job or your portfolio, and then you can be able to add the call to action where the clients, once they have viewed your proposal, they will be willing to schedule the first call, and then build or explain yourself further and show them that you understood whatever they are requesting and you are able to deliver. Always remember, your reputation as a freelancer is important, especially on Upwork. And for this video, or for anyone who has viewed this video, I'm going to leave a link on a template that you can use to customize when you are sending your proposal on Upwork. And when you click on that link, remember to duplicate that doc. It's a Google document. Duplicate it so that you can be able to edit it in your email or in your drive. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.